My findings in our instructional strategies were very interesting to me. The first one was teacher-centered direct instruction, and this is one that definitely resonates with me, especially at the beginning of the year with students. It's teacher-led. The teacher's the primary source of their knowledge. The material is given in a sequential order, and it provides a lot of structure to our students. So this is one that definitely resonates with me. Student-centered concept attainment. Students are the leaders in this teaching strategy, and this resonates with me for more of the end of the year learning, because the students have matured a little bit, they understand the rules and procedures, and it allows them to be active learners, and they sort and classify examples and non-examples of different concepts, but they're able to do that on their own. Student-centered inquiry. The strategy relies heavily on participation by the students. We strive to build critical thinking and problem-solving skills, and this is one that I could definitely see being used in the higher elementary grades, and especially like towards the end of second grade. Student-centered cooperative learning. This one I use year-round. It's so important for students to be able to take ownership of their own learning by working in groups. Or working with their peers, even if that's just partners. I think that, at least in my school, we have found that students have a really hard time working together. And they don't have those social skills yet, and so this is a great way for them to begin to learn those things, especially moving on in their educational journeys. They're going to need to know how to work collaboratively with their peers. Another instructional strategy that I chose was student-centered independent learning. This strategy focuses on students' independence of their learning and engaging in material, but the teacher's role is to make sure that it has the ability to work around something that they're very interested in, and this will drive the student engagement. The other instructional strategy that I chose was student-centered deductive learning. This again focuses on students' agency of their own learning and participation. The teachers are the facilitators, and they guide the students from a general umbrella of information to specific application. And I feel like this is really powerful, especially in subjects like ELA and math, where you're teaching a general concept or skill or idea, and then they're able to kind of dive down deep into that. I chose the state standard 2RI2, which is to identify and explain the main topic of a multi-paragraph text, as well as the focus of specific paragraphs within the text. So with this specific state standard, one strategy that I would use would be teacher-centered direct instruction, and it aligns with this standard and with this learning objective, because it allows for the we do, I do, you do, the I do, we do, you do, whatever order that may be. But it allows for guided practice, and I feel like especially for second graders, it's very important that they have a visual example of what you're asking them to do. And another strategy that I would use with this specific standard is student-led cooperative learning, for them to be able to underline key details and come up with main topics of text in a group, so that they are getting different perspectives and they're learning from different ideas and perspectives of their peers. The other strategy that I would use is student-centered concept attainment, because I think it would be really helpful for this specific standard to be shown key details versus non-key details and be able to sort them. Instructional strategies are rooted in learning theories like behaviorism and cognitivism, and influencing how information is presented and processed for the students. So, for example, behaviorism aligned strategies focus on the direct instruction and the reinforcement, while cognitivism aligned strategies emphasize problem-based learning and inquiry. So throughout this whole chart, we have seen that there are both of those that are present. And the pedagogical knowledge encompassing theories and research on effective teaching, it's so important for educators, no matter the grade level you teach, no matter the content area you teach, and if you teach them all. It just provides a framework for understanding the way that students learn. Are they auditory learners? Are they visual learners? And designing engaging instruction. That's our whole goal. We want learning to be fun, and we want to meet the needs of all of our students.